Good day, my brothers. It's your boy, the Humble Spirit. I'm back with another video. As usual, if you guys are liking the content, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments in the comment section, and let's get the ball rolling and pushing it out. Guys, this is another semen retention video, and it's going to be titled Semen Retention, the Mystery of Sex Transmutation. I'm going to go to the book of Napoleon Hill that I bought not long ago. It's Think and Grow Rich, one of his most popular books of all time. But yeah, I'm just going to go to this book and teach you a bit regarding the mystery of sexual transmutation. And here we go. The meaning of the word transmute is in simple language the changing or transferring of one element or form of energy into another. The emotion of sex brings into being a state of mind because of ignorance on the subject. This state of mind is generally associated with the physical. Because of proper influences to which most people have been subjected in acquiring knowledge of sex, things essentially physical have highly biased the mind. The emotion of sex has behind it the possibility of three constructive potentialities: the perpetuation of humankind, the maintenance of health as a therapeutic agency. It has no equal. That explains, say for example, you are celibate, you're retaining your seed. Your seed has the power to completely, so to say, make you recover from certain illnesses and diseases quite at a very rapid rate, because like your seed is it's like your protection basically. As within, so without, as without, so within. You know what I mean? So yeah, your seed. There's a spirit inside that seed. There's life inside there. So it's placing like an armor on your body, on the inside as well as on the outside. That explains how you get such a lot of attraction, from people, and how people respect you because your aura is clean. It's not dirty. But anyway, let's get back to the video. The transformation of mediocrity into genius through transmutation. That's the third point right there. Let us continue. Hold on for a sec. It says here that sex transmutation is simple and easily explained. It means the switching of the mind from thoughts of physical expression to thoughts of some other nature. Sex desire is the most powerful of human desires. When driven by this desire, people develop keenness of imagination, courage, willpower, persistence, and creative ability unknown to them at other times. So strong and impelling is the desire for sexual contact that people freely run the risk of life and reputation to indulge it. When this energy is harnessed and redirected along other lines, the positive attributes of this motivating force may be used as powerful creative forces in literature, art, or in any other profession or calling, including, of course, the accumulation of riches. You guys got to remember, when you're on semen retention and you're holding onto your seed, you're retaining for a considerable amount of time, whether it's for a few months or for countless years. You got to remember, your seed, that is riches that you're holding on to, like they say, health is wealth. You understand what I'm saying? So the more you hold on to your seed, the more healthier you're becoming. And also, you like I said, you become very attractive. You become magnetic, so to say, to people, to women also, and also like to a whole lot of opportunities, opportunities that's gonna be in line with your frequency, and as time goes on, you'll probably attract better opportunities, like in the job force, or like you're gonna gain a certain amount of influence on other people's lives, whether it's through social media or out in real life, because people are going to really start respecting you, and they're going to admire they will admire the work that you've been doing behind the scenes. People will just know it, even though they don't really know the work that you're putting in, but somehow these people they can just pick it up on you, man. They can see that there's something different about you. But anyway, let's get going. The transmutation of sex energy calls for the exercise of willpower, to be sure, but the reward is worth the effort. The desire for sexual expression is inborn and natural. The desire cannot and should not be submerged or eliminated, but it should be given an outlet through forms of expression that enrich the body, mind, and spirit. If not given this form of outlet through transmutation, it will seek outlets through purely physical channels. You see what I said right there, guys? It means if you're holding on to this energy and you're not redirecting it to positive purposes in life through things that is gonna better your life, it's gonna look for an outlet, and that is what causes relapses. That explains why there's so many people out there in this world that are constantly wasting their energies, because they're sitting idle with that energy, It's like, for example, they're getting horny, and now the first thing they think about is to have sex, with a woman. They don't realize that horny feeling is a feeling that's telling you to actually use the energy to redirect it positively to make you stronger, That's what that horny urge is all for. So obviously, if you're not going to use that energy, it's going to look for an outlet, and that's what causes people to relapse, So whenever you get those urges, transmuted at all times. Very important. Okay, back to the teachings. A river may be dammed and its water controlled for a time, but eventually it will force an outlet. The same is true of the emotion of sex. It may be submerged and controlled for a time, but its very nature causes it to be ever seeking means of expression. If it is not transmuted into some creative effort, it will find a less worthy outlet. That is the relapse. Fortunate indeed are those who have discovered how to give sex emotion an outlet through some form of creative effort, for they have, by that discovery, lifted themselves to the status of genius. That explains, as you retain for a long time, you're going to start discovering your talents and gifts, which in turn is going to make you a genius in whatever you are meant to do and whatever your purpose is, Each of us has different purposes. Obviously, our main purpose is to win over souls for the kingdom of God. That is what we are supposed to do, but that isn't our only purpose. That's our main purpose, but we have other purposes and gifts and talents that we're going to unlock on this journey as well. Okay, back to the book. Scientific research on the backgrounds of high-achieving men. Unfortunately, no similar studies have been made about highly successful women, though, has disclosed these significant facts. The men of greatest achievement are those with highly developed sex natures, men who have learned the art of sex transmutation. Number 2, the men who have accumulated great fortunes and achieved outstanding recognition in literature, art, industry, architecture, and the professions were motivated by the influence of a woman. The research from which these astounding discoveries were made went back through the pages of biography and history for more than 2,000 years. Wherever there was evidence available in connection with the lives of men of great achievement, it indicated most convincingly that they possess highly developed sex natures. The emotion of sex is an irresistible force against which there can be no such opposition as an immovable body. When driven by this emotion, men become gifted with a superpower for action. Understand this truth and you will catch the significance of the statement that sex transmutation will lift one to the status of genius. The emotion of sex contains the secret of creative ability. Destroy the sex glands within man or beast and you have removed the major source of action. You see there, it's talking about castration. You see, during the I think it was the 18th century or 17th century before that, you see when the African American people were taken into slavery, the only way for them to be controlled and for them to be submissive to their slave masters, they were literally physically castrated, which means their genitals were chopped off. You understand? So why would they do that? Because they know if a man doesn't have his testicles, if he doesn't have his sexual energy, he's useless. He's going to become a slave. He's going to become feminine, basically. So it's speaking about castration there. But anyway, I'm going to continue. For proof of this, observe what happens to any animal after it has been castrated. A bull becomes as docile as a cow after it has been altered sexually. Sex alteration takes out of the male, whether man or beast, all the fight that was in him. You see what I mean, guys? Your seed, your sexual energy is everything. Sex alteration of the female has the same effect. The 10 mind stimuli. The human mind responds to stimuli through which it may be keyed up to high rates of vibration known as enthusiasm, creative imagination, intense desire, etc. The stimuli to which the man responds most freely are the desire for sex expression, love, a burning desire for fame, power, financial gain, money, music, friendship between either those of the same sex or those of the opposite sex, a mastermind alliance based upon the harmony of two or more people who ally themselves for spiritual or temporal advancement, mutual suffering such as that experienced by people who are persecuted, autosuggestion, fear, narcotics and alcohol. Even though I won't recommend narcotics and alcohol because that just it it gives you a sex drive for the wrong reasons, you know. It makes you want to do things you're not supposed to do. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to make that quick video for you guys, just to make you realize how important your sexual energy is, and it's something that shouldn't be played around with. It's the most precious energy on the planet. It's worth more than gold, and you need to use it wisely and transmute it in a positive direction to become the best version of yourself. You understand? Don't waste that energy. Don't sit around with it because you're gonna be tempted to relapse, you know. And like they say, your idle mind is the devil's playground, so you need to stay busy at all times, you understand? Whether it's at work, continuously grind at work, and then come home and do whatever you have to do, you know? Be productive as possible. And continue to stay strong on your journey, guys. Yeah, that's all from my side. I think I'll come back with a part 2 of the video. Just to continue teaching you guys the importance of this journey of semen retention. And as you can see, even Napoleon Hill, he was practicing retention, you know. Judging by all this information he put in this book, you can see he was really in this practice, and he made the best of it, you know. That's why he turned out to be one of the greatest authors of all time as well. They created such a brilliant book. But yeah, guys, that's all from my side. Stay strong on your journey. Stay guided. Continuously seek the Most High each and every single day. And yeah, I'll be thinking about you guys. Leave a like, leave a comment. I'll really appreciate it so we can get this pushing out to the algorithm. Yeah, that's all from my side. It's your boy, the Humble Spirit. And I'm out. Peace.